Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another game here of A Link to the Past, Randomizer Open League. We are currently in the conference semifinal match here of the Crystal World here. And right now today we see OK Game versus Black Lotus. Our two runners, we got krelbel for OK Game and topplife for Black Lotus. Currently, right now, OK Game leads 2-0 here. And today, this is a power pendant matchup. And so, as you can imagine, we have a ton of craziness going to be happening here in this race. And I'll let my co-com here, Ben Creighton, he'll let him explain what you're going to see today.
I hope you like long seeds, because today we've got a hard item pool, all dungeons, key sanity, full Randomizer, that means overworld enemies plus bosses, and inverted on top of all of that. It is randomized swords, so we will have swords available to us at some point. That's about the only curveball this seed could have thrown at our runners that it didn't. Oof.
Yeah, this is going to be one of these races here that it's going to be interesting when it gets started here. Make sure you got your nice warm beverage here on this cold afternoon, because you're going to need it, because this is probably going to be every bit of a 2-hour race here. And we are probably going to be getting underway here any minute now here. And basically, like I say, inverted key sanity, all dungeon, full Randomizer, hard item pool. Oh boy, and we're off.
Yep. Now, I suppose the one saving grace here is that, yes, it's inverted, but hey, guess what? It's Randomizer anyway, so the fact that you're in the Dark World first... Well, when the Dark World's full of red guards,
Yeah, you're going nowhere fast. Holy cow.
Oh, man. That's rude.
And got herself a compass there to Skull Woods here, going into Link's house here.
Yep, topplife gonna keep on keep on dodging red guards.
And it doesn't help they got these long spears here, and looks like krelbel's moonwalking there. It's like
that's his that's a spread I have not seen before.
Okay, I've not seen that either. Okay, looks like he's moonwalking.
Meanwhile, topplife lucking out and farming a bomb off of a Moldorm there in the overworld. And, okay, yeah, chat pointing out that is krelbel's Sprite Shuffler. I've heard of this. I haven't seen it in action yet. But apparently that's a thing. It will randomize top and bottom halves of various sprites.
All right. Very interesting. It looks like topplife here going to be farming some bombs here in Skull Woods. Great place to do it here by falling down in this first hole. Picking up the 2 bombs, taking a quick death here, and eventually going to have himself a full complement of bombs here.
And there's a glove here in the front of Skull Woods. Nice early find for topplife. Meanwhile, krelbel just hoping to make anything happen here, scouting out the bumper ledge, and it's Bombos up there.
Ooh, we find ourselves a key here. Ooh, we got to find our first Misery Mire key. Ooh, and another one. Ooh, a Castle Tower key. So a couple of interesting finds here so far in Skull Woods here. There's our glove. We got our big key. Ooh, there's our pod big key. Wow.
So this is the other nice thing about an inverted key sanity is the problem with inverted is that it tends to funnel one into some low percent boss fights very early. Do you like 3 heart green mail hammer blind? Well, in key sanity, at least that's blocked by 1 more check.
Oof. That just sounds mean right there. Holy cow.
It's why I don't play too much inverted, and it's why inverted key sanity has become a popular version of the mode. But we're getting Hype Cave here on top life side.
Yeah, 2 full heart pieces right there. Oh, and the hammer. Finally get our first attack weapon here.
That's a nice find. And speaking of nice finds, krelbel will be able to head into Hype Cave sooner rather than later, finding a bunch of bombs under some of those 50-50 rocks. Normally, you wouldn't get too hyped about a couple of heart containers in Hype Cave, but in inverted with these settings, yeah, that feels good. Going from 3 hearts to 5.
Ooh, there's a green 20 there. Probably going to be our mail since we are in hard pool here. So we're not going to be seeing anything other than the green mail today. So
yep, we've also got fewer heart containers in the pool. We've got no butter sword, no silvers, but we won't be seeing green 20s replacing those for a while. And bug net over on krelbel's side.
well, at least we got something to deflect all the yellow balls that Agus. Since this isn't all a dungeon, we will see both Agas. So, and it looks like Top Life here now making his way here to the pyramid. Ooh, we're seeing the arrow gameplay here on krelbel's side, which is very common to make you some quick money here. If I remember correctly, if you stand right there and you wait until the little octopus passes that second curtain there, you fire, you nail them every single time. Get you a nice little rupees here. And on the pyramid, oh, speaking of cash, 300 rupees.
Yep, Top Life's not going to be worrying about money for a while, but krelbel's right here next to the dig game. He wants to make sure he has enough to do that crucial early check that often winds up paying for itself if you can get the 80 rupees to pay for it in the first place.
Very true. So hopefully this is going to be a very quick dig here. Looks like Top Life going back to catfish here. Ooh, finding some bombs here. Very quick dig there to find some bombs. Just 2 digs. Looks like he's going to keep digging some more, make up some money. Oh, no, he changes his mind. He nopes on out. And Top Life continuing to make his journey. Man, we're seeing a lot of spikes around here, and it doesn't matter what armor you got. That's 1 heart damage right there.
Yep. And of course, with the hard item pool, you don't have to worry about what armor you have. Guess what? It's green mail.
It's green mail. Here we go. What has Catfish got for us today? Is it anything interesting? It is. Oh, just a big 20. And krelbel now hitting up Hype Cave here. Getting his hammer, his 2 heart pieces here. So both runners kind of now back on the same level. So Top Life and krelbel, where are you guys headed right now? It looks like they're making their way possibly back to the Thieves Village of Outcasts here on Top Life side. And krelbel looks like about doing the same thing here. So maybe possible Thieves Town dip here. I mean, that's 4 chests in front. As you mentioned earlier, though, green mail, 5 heart, blind fight. Even with 5 heart, still doesn't sound 100% thrilling.
Yep. Well, and that's the nice thing, not having that Thieves Town big key. You can head into Thieves Town. You can get those first 4 checks, and then you're turning around. You don't have to worry about it. But of course, yeah, it could be absolutely, well, not absolutely any boss, but most bosses are possible in there.
Yeah, well, I believe I'm gonna need help with some clarification, but I believe I know it can't be Trinex, I believe, because the room's not big enough. And I think there's one more, but I can't remember. I'm sure Chad will help me out if at least put me back on track anyways. Find a compass, a Tower of Hair here. And ooh, find the can of burner. That would be definitely a nice find to have when we get to a blind fight earlier. especially here being at 5 hearts. So, I mean, that's if blind is in this dungeon. Because with this being an full Randomizer, both overworld and dungeon bosses, I mean, it's just like the regular game where we have our 10 bosses, where we see our first 3 bosses for a second time here. Oh, and krelbel takes a death there in his bunny's form. We will see 3 bosses a second time, so.
Yes, indeed. Of course, in the vanilla game, the 3 light world bosses being duplicated in Ganon's tower means that when you shuffle up that entire boss pool, in this mode at least, doesn't have to be the light world bosses, it can be any 2.
Ooh, we find ourselves the Moon Pearl. That gives us our light world access. So find the hammer, the glove, and the Moon Pearl. So looks like topplife. He's going to death warp out of here. Hopefully he's going to go hit that portal north of the Thieves Town here, make his way into Light World, and check out Kakariko Village. Get some of all those overworld checks done. It all looks like topplife here going to check the last place here, the brewery here in Thieves Town. I thought he did this, but that must have been krelbel that did it. Ah, yes, it was the bug net. Now I remember. Ooh, nice time there for a fairy drop on krelbel's side. So krelbel goes straight in here to never mind, he has to go into Lost Woods here because that's the only way around. For a second I thought maybe he was gonna check out the thief spot as well as the mushroom spot, but looks like a lot of fun enemies here, a lot of spikes here throughout this one. We're going to play extra careful here throughout this game. And speaking of the mushroom spot and the thief spot, toplife's making his way there as well as krelbel. He finds his first sword here in the well. And a key to Dark Palace. There's our first. And a key to Misery Mire in the mushroom spot. And I didn't quite get to see what that last key was. Key to Turtle Rock. Now krelbel making his way here. Ooh, nice tree pull there on topplife side. Getting a couple more bombs here. krelbel now here in Blind's hut. What do we got here? Blind's basement, 300 rupees. 10 arrows, a map to Misery Mire, as well as a compass to Desert Palace here. So not a whole lot going on here for this race, or at least here in my. And that looked like that was a rod there in the lumberjack. It was the ice rod. Oh my goodness. Finding ice rod there at the lumberjack. We're going to need that eventually since this is an all dungeon key sanity race here. Bottle vendor just gives us a heart piece here. Topplife making his way through the Nord checks here. Probably going to go make his way to the back of Escape, then eventually get that sanctuary chest. In the back of the tavern, we got ourselves another map to Hyrule Castle, probably one of the least important maps here of the game. While topplife now making his way up here into Graveyard Ledge. Ooh, red guards here waiting in the chicken hut. Man, just some bombs there in the Graveyard Ledge. krelbel doing a great job getting rid of those red guards. Hopefully the chicken hut item is worth it today after all that trouble. Let's see here. It's a big key to Eastern Palace there in the chicken hut. And finally, topplife making his way here in to the back of Escape. What do we got here? Ooh, the red meringue. Oh, we got ourselves the boots. So we got some speed today. Nice early find there on top life side here. Now we can go check out the sanctuary chest. While krelbel making his way here to the library. And we have ourselves, just 50 rupees. First sword was found there in the well. Wasn't that very first chest in the well? What we got here? At the race game, we have, just another big 20. Pretty sure neither one of our runners will get that. While Sanctuary has a key to Ganon's Tower. So that's definitely a good find. Not the key we want to find. Well, we need a couple keys, but we want to see that big key sooner rather than later. And we got ourselves a key here in Cave 45. Cave 45 to where? There's our Swamp Palace. Small key. And just a big 20 there in the Bonk Rocks here. So we find our small key that gets us into the palace of the swamp area here. So at least we can almost full complete it. We're still missing that hook shot, but I'm sure that'll come up here sometime soon. And now Top Life finally making his way here into Kakariko, going to be checking out Blind Hut. Unfortunately, just going to find a whole bunch of maps and compasses here. And we'll see our 5-6 crystals, Tower of Hera and Misery Mire. Those are our red crystals. So very interesting to find our 5-6 crystals right there. Kind of one of the nice things about this game is you go to the bottle vendor, he can tell you right away what our 5-6 crystals is. And then once we get to Saha, we can find out where our green pennant is at. So krelbel finding on his tree pool, getting some bombs here. Doesn't really need him. He's got 9 in his counter. Top Life getting ready now to get his first sword here of the race here in the well. And what is the uncle? Uncle's giving us just a piece of his heart today. And there's a small key to pod there on the back of the well. Got some interesting enemies here in the uncle area here. And we got ourselves the big key to Ganon's Tower. So there we go. There is our big key to Ganon's Tower found in the uncle chest. So early find there of the big key. So no big key guessing game today for Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, that's not one that you often see in a Key Sanity seed, but every once in a while.
Oh, it looks like somebody was actually keeping track. So hopefully that's hopefully if that's number 36, then you win. Man, you talk about a bad place for some BMOs. Holy cow.
Yeah, and Top Life having some trouble with those red guards in Chicken Hut too. Chicken Hut can be a scary place in Randomizer.
Chat, yes, boots were in the back of Escape. And finding yourself a pin gator here down in the front of Escape. Weird place to find that. And all that just for a red 20. And Top Life getting ready to check the race game. Going to be a little disappointed when he finds a big 20 over here. So here we go. Now here, getting down a bit farther here in the back or front of Escape here, getting to our boomerang chest here.
Top Life finding the small to swamp palace there in Cave 45, passing by one of those nice little developer Easter eggs, the initials VT for VTORP, that have been programmed into this inverted mode.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few of them. There's one there. There's one over there by Mini Moldorm Cave, if I remember correctly. And then I believe there's one more. I have to think about that one, where that one's at. And here in Zelda's Cell, another pin gator here.
And an answer to a question in chat, that's correct. Kill rooms that require you to kill a certain enemy are guaranteed to be filled with enemies that are defeatable with standard weapons such as the sword. You'll never run into, say, the mimics that require bow.
Yep, and there was that big key again for Eastern Palace there in the chicken hut. krelbel taking an intentional death here, going to go back to the beginning here. And he's heading out here, so... And looks like he's going to use the unusual way here of checking out, getting to the back of escape. Getting back there to the sanctuary. We don't really get to see this path very often. Going to end up here just south of the sanctuary, or southeast of the sanctuary here, but it looks like that's not where he's going. It looks like he's going to make his way up to the mushroom spot and the thieves' hideout, but again, not going to find a whole lot there. And topplife, man, he's getting bullied by these red guards. We've seen a lot of those so far here in this game. And taking a little quick trip there to Agina's cave there. I was kind of wondering what he was doing. I didn't think he had the book, but...
Yep, I think he might have saved just a few frames cutting cutting up near the tablet rather than going the long way around.
Yeah, I never would have thought of doing that myself. I just would have gone the long way around here and, find our Fisher Price shield. So now making our way here. Looks like krelbel's going to go check out Lumberjack. Unfortunately, he's going to be really disappointed by what he finds on that because it's going to be a required item today. We're going to see our wonderful, wonderful ice rod here in the wonderful Lumberjack cave, as well as we find the blue boomerang there in checkerboard. Topplife figures he doesn't need that. He's already got the red one here, so... Everybody's favorite boomerang is going to be left there in the checkerboard cave today. And very interesting save and quit in there here on Topplife side. He's going to save and quit right away. Use his portal south of Link's house. Now he's going to do the South Shore checks. And looks like krelbel now going to make his way to the back of... Oh, he's going to go to the sanctuary first. Get to the small key there to Ganon's tower, and then hopefully he's going to go to the back of escape now. Going to go check these 3 chests. Going to get his red meringue as well as his boots so he can finally get some speed around here while topplife pulling the dam here, letting the water run. And what is going to be buried today? Just a little bit of love.
Yep, let's see what Mini Moldorm Cave, or what is usually Mini Moldorm Cave. Let's see what it hides today.
Oh wow, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot nicer than what we saw yesterday.
Yes, indeed. That's a room that, for whatever reason, you often see shadows in there, and oh boy, those can be a pain.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, yesterday our only weapon that we found that we could use at the time to kill them was bombs. So have fun with that. Ooh, there's our big key to Thieves Town was in Mini Moldorm.
So Thieves Town now beatable, but until that small key is found, even with the hammer in tow, you do have to worry about orphaning that item in the basement, which is even rougher in a key sanity mode. All dungeons where there are so many more necessary items to find.
Did you just see what I just saw there on the South Shore? I just saw 2 Lionels there on the South Shore.
Yep. Heads up play from Topplife, whipping out that blue cane. He did not want to mess with that today. And thankfully...
And what's Ice Rod Cave got for us here?
Yep, just a trio of blueberries, and thankfully we are in hard item pool, meaning that some of those nicer items are removed from the pool, but the items that you do get will function normally. We are in normal item functionality. So invincibility items still give invincibility, potions still give full health refill, And powder still converts anti-fairies into fairies.
Oh, looks like Top Life going to give us a new place we have not seen. We're going to see Waterfall Fairy, and then hopefully get to see what's on Zora. Just a compass and big 20, so not a whole lot offered to us here in the Waterfall Fairy. While krelbel looks like he's going to do the same thing. Going to be now checking his South Shore checks here, and okay, looks like krelbel's not going to go back to go see what Zora has. Maybe check out Hobo first. Yep, that's exactly where Top Life's going. Gonna go check out, see what the Hobos has for us today.
Yep, always nice to be able to do that check with Water Walk and Boots. Just make that long swim across Hylia Island a little quicker.
Oh, he's got a big key. Big key to, Big Kitty Turtle Rock. So we are now here about 24.5 minutes into this race here. Finally starting to see some keys here. Are you, Ben, at this point right now, would you maybe go take a look at Eastern Palace here, make your way up there, go see Saha, and maybe take a little bit of a dip here at Eastern?
Yeah, certainly Sage's Closet is tempting. Eastern, you got a lot of items in there, but I'd be leery about those dark rooms in Randomizer.
Yeah, those couple dark rooms that we have here in those Eastern Palace, not fun at all, because you never know what you're going to get in it. I mean, as we've seen so far in this seed, we've already seen a couple of Lionels, we've already seen a couple of Mimics. We've got a key there on the desert ledge here.
Yeah, if not Fire Rod or ideally Lamp, you at least want one of the medallions before heading in there. That can make life a little easier if you can just waste all those enemies.
Yeah, and there's the Fisher Price shield there on krelbel's side here. And now Top Life going to make his way to the front of Escape. Going to be a little bit quicker now since he's found those boots. And looks like krelbel going to go check out Checkerboard Cave here. Probably going to be disappointed as well by this blue boomerang here. And he says, nope, I am getting out of here. So krelbel now going back to this portal here on the south side. Be interesting to kind of see where he is going. Hopefully he's already checked out the South Shore. Or at least I thought he did, maybe he did not. Oh no, he did not check out the mini Moldworm Cave. So he's going to be kind of glad that he came this way. He's going to find that big key here for Thieves Town.
Yep, that would seem to be another obvious next place to go. It's a clearable dungeon. You can at the very least poke your head into that boss room and see what you're up against, I should say. Potentially clearable, but you don't know if it might not be something like an Argus where you need that hook shot or something else that you're not quite ready to face yet.
Yeah, we don't want to... Not many bosses we can kill right now. I mean, we do have a boomerang, but it's going to take quite a lot of shots to take down Armos Knights. We do see Lamos. We can take them down. Take Moldworm down. Slowly we can take down King Homosaur. Argus, unfortunately not. Mothra, depending on where he is at, hopefully he's not in his spike room. And ooh, looks like Top Life using the Cane of Samaria here in the dark rooms here in the back. See, we're gonna see Dark Cross here. And is he gonna have enough to get there? Let's see. He's there. Ooh.
Ooh. Rewarded with the flute, taking a death, but he doesn't care. That he's got what he came for.
Yeah, that's a huge find right there. Now we can make our way up the mountain a little bit easier here. Don't have to worry about those crazy dark rooms. And it looks like Top Life going to make his way towards the Zora area. Oh, nope, never mind. He's going to make his way toward Eastern Palace.
And I'm racking my brain thinking where are the magic refills between here and that rough second Eastern Dark Room. See if he might be able to use some of the same strats that got him into Dark Cross.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to find that. Hopefully he'll get a lucky drop here. Haven't really seen a whole lot of magic drops from our enemies here, but Compass of Thieves Town, a green rupee, and then a bee and a bottle there in the back of Saha's closet. Top Life didn't ask Saha where his wonderful green pendant was at, but probably not top priority right now, mainly for the fact that it still is, oh, excuse me, an all dungeon seed here, so got to beat all of them.
Yep, typically in all dungeons, key sanity, completing dungeons is more a matter of what you get access to when, and less a matter of what the dungeon prize is.
Oh, did you see what was there on Zora Ledge?
I saw that it was a rod. I didn't see which one.
It was the fire rod. And, oh, Lionel, get out of the way. Dang, Lionel here in Eastern Palace. I think he's about 9 dungeons too soon. Just 50 rupees there in that first chest. Zora, what do you got for us today? Just a heart container today. Don't blame krelbel for picking that up one bit.
Not at all, and unfortunately having to save and quit out. Unless there's some new weird Ancilla delete setup that I don't know about, krelbel does not have the means to sequence break to that fire rod at the moment.
Yeah, the only ones I know of is the bombs and arrows and bombs and a boomerang, I think, or something like that. Or
I believe red
There's a whole
cane
bunch of them.
is necessary for the setup you're thinking of with red boomerang and bombs. That fire rod placement does bring up some interesting logical implications if that winds up being what is logically locking that flute. That could be pointing to flippers becoming available sooner rather than later.
Yeah, so what do we got here? Oh, yeah, there you go. What do we got here? We got a Mothula fight here in Deepstown.
Ooh, one of the easier bosses that could show up here. A little slow with just fighter sword and hammer, but... And yep, sure enough, krelbel pulling out that hammer going to make it a little quicker for himself.
And there goes Mothula, so... And just getting a green 20 there, so that could be anywhere between a male. Well, I would guess right now that's probably one of our male upgrades right there. Being a green 20.
Yep, and given that that's the second green 20 that we've seen, that means our runners can go along secure in the knowledge that they would have had red mail for the rest of this seed if only.
Yeah, Top Life doing a great job getting through that first dark room. Didn't really take a whole lot of damage, so... And nice little guard placement there on top of the switch, just a heart piece. So, and after that, Top Light nopes out here, not going to make his way to the back of Eastern Palace here. And looks like krelbel now seeing that there's Bombos, and looks like he's going to go up the mountain here. And so far, just a hidden guard there, but he might be in the wall. Looks like we got the old man here. Hopefully the rest of the way is not going to be nothing too crazy. And make his way south. And he's out. So gets through those dark rooms.
Yeah, that can be a dangerous dark room, because if you die before bringing the old man home, that's your new spawn point. But fortunately, krelbel had that blue cane and a full bar of magic, so he would have been able to make it, even if he'd had a troublesome enemy placement there.
Yeah, this is one of the downfalls of the inverted mode here. To get Uncle back, you got to take him all the way up the mountain, hit that switch, and then all the way back down. Got to take him home. And topplife, remember that he has that bottle here. So what does Sick Kid have for us today? Anything good? And I see a regular crystal there at Meyer, and we have a red pendant at Swamp Palace there. It's the only place we got so far. Those are the maps that we have.
Yep, and correction, that was a red crystal at Meyer, a regular crystal at Ice.
Oh, our green pendant is Desert Palace today. And Hera was a crystal. That was one of our 5-6. We knew that. So finding out some more knowledge here. So actually, that's no, that's not all 3 pendants. That's only 2 pendants that we've seen so far. Now, Crow making his way back up the mountain. He dropped off the old man. I did not see what the old man had. And what we got here on Spec Rock, just 50 rupees. And then, ooh, Master Sword. They're inside. Ah, okay. Thank you, Chad. I greatly appreciate the help there. Seeing we had a heart there on the old man, so. Always nice to find the Master Sword here. 35 minutes into the race here.
Yep, always a nice find in any seed, but most especially in an Randomizer, where RNGesus just seems prone to throwing rude enemies at you.
So krelbel, he saves and quits now. Going to go up the mountain here. And let's see here. He's going to go up the mountain here. Going to go check out here what we have here in Castle Tower here. We do have one Castle Tower key here, so at least we can check both chests here. We don't have a fire source here, but I mean, I'm sure where we can get the second chest not too far into the dark room, so I'm sure it'd be comfortable getting it as long as nothing too crazy gets us there. There's our big key to Skull Woods.
Yep, krelbel opting to peace out, not going to go any deeper for an out-of-logic item at the moment.
Topplife doing a nice job here, avoiding all these Gibdos here. Almost a vanilla room here.
krelbel heading through one of those screens that's actually a little bit easier in Randomizer. No Lionels to deal with.
Man, what do we got here in Super Bunny Cave? What do we have? We got ourselves some bombs. And, ooh, our Titan's mitts. Even though not required, it is nice to find here when it comes to this inverted seed.
Yep, Titan's mitts are usually such a crucial item that more often than not in inverted, you just plain don't need. But in an inverted all dungeons, they would be required sooner or later.
Yep. And then Ether Medallion is our requirement to get into Turtle Rock here, while Quake is our medallion need to get into Misery Mire. So just 300 rupees there in that first chest there in the Hookshot Cave. Only one that's in Logic, while the Mire Shed gives a big 20 and just 10 arrows.
krelbel using those Titans right away. Going to pull the rock on top of Turtle and head into Light Death Mountain, where there's Paradox Cave. There's a big key here on Floating Island, and it's the big key of Misery.
So we have all our keys now for Misery Mire. So I wonder what the game is telling us to go to Misery Mire for. We found all
Yep.
3 small keys and the big key.
Yeah, we'll need Quake before we can get in, but once we're in, well, and then we'll need that red cane to complete, so that's making me wonder if those 2 items might be in the mix.
Yeah, it looks like Toplife giving us our first pod check here for the day. We do have 1 small key here into pod, so at least we can get a little into it, but we're going to need a little bit of help here. And Sprout gives us the big key to Ice Palace. Hopefully, we'll see a key to pod here somewhere into pod. It's not get a seed I've seen, and gets us into at least gives us 1 key here into pod that is in pod. Hopefully, we'll see that. Unfortunately, though, that was a Turtle Rock key. Wow, now here we are in Paradox Cave here on krelbel's side. Just 10 bombs and a heart piece. And going through the middle door here of pod on Toplife side. The arena bridge, what does it give us today? Just a compass. Ooh, the mushroom. There on krelbel's side. If you like fetch quest, there's one right there. Ooh, a fairy in a bottle. And key to Skull Woods.
Ooh, and there's the flippers over in pod basement on Toplife's side. Now, he spent a key to get in there, but could have just as easily been gotten the other way through what is usually the bow-locked side, so fully in logic.
Yeah, now that puts our Ganon Tower key from the hobo. Or no, the big key was in Uncle's chest. The TR big key was at hobo, so that puts that key now into logic. Well, it looks like Krell making his way now here to the left side of Death Mountain here. Gonna give us a Tower of Hera check. Unfortunately, can't do a Hera pot, and we don't have the big key, so we're very limited here to these first 2 checks. Where we get ourselves a map. Where's our map to? Eastern Palace. But unfortunately, we already... Oh, I guess we don't know what Eastern Palace is. We haven't seen that one yet. I thought we did.
Yep, meanwhile, Toplife putting those flippers to good use right away, and he's going to be happy when he finds that fire rod.
Yeah, so right now, Tower Hera being kind of a bust here. Just a map and 20 rupees here. And there's our fire rod. He's probably super excited to see that. Unfortunately, going to be disappointed by here when we find out what King Zora gives us. Always kind of nice to go this way when we get to Mimic Cave here. So Toplife, he takes his heart piece, or his heart container, while just finding 100 rupees there in the Mimic Cave. And there's our fire rod. So I'm kind of curious now how quickly krelbel is now going to make his way over to pod to go pick up those flippers. He'll get that fire rod.
Yeah, Pod's always a troublesome choice when to make your first movement into there, but never more so than in Key Sanity, where it just, you need so many of those small keys before it's clearable, but it has so many checks.
Yeah, 6 keys there in pod, and we're actually seeing a nice very little setup there on krelbel's side there, using the bonk there off the tower to set up that fake flipper here to the portal just south of Link's house that leads us here to the mushroom spot. Very nice. If he doesn't, we don't like what we get here. Hopefully he's going to save scum. And let's see here. What does the mushroom give us today? Oh, just a map here, and he picks it up. So we got there's a pod. So that's another one of the dungeons we do not know yet of what it is.
Yep. Meanwhile, Toplife showing off some nice game knowledge here. The walking speed when you're carrying an item overrides the slower walking speed of the old man, so you can save yourself a little bit of time here by picking up a bush.
Yeah, it looks like krelbel ended up safe scumming after all after that map here, so does do a hard reset. So now he has that mushroom back in his inventory. And topplife will like what he sees here in a few minutes here when he gets back up to the top of Spec Rock. Gonna find his Master Sword. And it looks like krelbel's now making his way over to Eastern Palace here. Topplife gonna like what he sees here in just about 2 seconds. Hey, there's my Master Sword. And not a whole lot here in the back of Saha except for krelbel's second bottle here.
Yep, looks like krelbel will be heading on into Eastern Palace proper. It'll be interesting to see whether he decides to brave that second dark room and attempt to complete the dungeon.
Yeah, at least the one big difference between krelbel and topplife when they were there is that as of right now, krelbel still has a full magic container. When topplife was there, when he was there a little bit earlier, did not have that that full magic container here, so that might make the difference here going in that last dark room.
Yeah, that dark room is definitely a lot more approachable when you have that blue cane. Blue cane usually taking second fiddle to magic cape as invincibility items go, but being able to see your location in the dark room, kill enemies, and of course avoid damage makes it very useful in this situation.
Yep, and it looks like topplife going to do what krelbel did a little bit earlier, checking this first chest here into the Agate Tower here. Just gets his big key to Skullwoods, and oh, he's going to continue up. He's going to go after that second chest. I mean, these first couple rooms here kind of tough here without that, without your lamp or a fire source here, but so far, just running into the little electric eels here, so he might be okay. And shadows. And we got ourselves a key to Ganon's Tower. He's not going to go up the rest of the tower, is he? He's missing another key, so yeah, he's going to have to save and quit.
I was about to say.
And that's krelbel's second key into Misery Mire.
krelbel heading into the first Eastern Dark Room. We saw topplife tackle this without too much trouble, so hopefully krelbel will not let anything daunt him in here.
And now topplife now making his way over here to the right side Death Mountain here. Gonna be happy what he finds here in Super Bunny Cave. Oh, look like we found there was a look like a Stalfo's guard there was in that room. And there's his Titan Mist there on toplife's side. Gonna be happy to see that. So the question here, do you go on? Let's see. And krelbel looks like he's gonna go on.
Yep, I like the play. At the very least, you're getting yourself some information. What boss is lurking back there? I think that's a good use of your magic meter to pull out that blue cane and just make short work of this otherwise quite troublesome dark room.
Well, let's see here. Looks like some beetles and some... I can't remember what those little octopus things are called. Oh, he finds the key already, so...
Yep, magic nothing. He says, I don't need it.
No, he does not. He finds the key door, and he's on his way up, so he's going to finish it up. Hopefully, we can fully clear here. Eastern Palace. Hopefully the boss will be nice. Let's see. And there's the Misery Mire big keys. So now Top Life has a full complement of keys for his Misery Mire. Gonna pick Spiral Cave before he checks the Mimic Cave, which is probably a better choice anyways. And this room being fairly nice here. What do we got here as our boss? Oh, another moth.
Oh, very nice.
So we've seen 2 moths.
Yep, that is one of our 3 doubled bosses so far, and couldn't have happened to a nicer boss. Moth only really challenging because of the spikes in his arena. Take him out of there, and he's a pussycat.
And there's our small key that we need for Eastern Palace. So once we find that book to get us into book or mirror to get us into desert, I mean, at least that gives us the whole front side of Desert Palace that we can clear.
Yep, but of course, since this is inverted, the mirror will not get you into desert. We do need that book.
Oh, you are correct. I totally forgot about that one. See, where would I be without you, Ben? See, again, I'm the half brain again today, so you're gonna have to bail me out. So
I am sure you will have at more than enough opportunity over the course of what's shaping up to be a long run to remember something that I've forgotten.
Well, this has been a pretty good race so far. I mean, both runners are doing an excellent job here of just kind of following the breadcrumbs where they lead us to. I've been taking some early gambles here, going into some dark rooms here. Krelbel's going to say, give me that 300 rupees there. He does now have 2 bottles. I believe one of them does have a fairy, so he can go fill up at least one of them here with another safety. And Top Life going to go check out Tower of Hair now. So Krelbel going to where? Let's see here. Ooh, nice little slip through there of the spike.
Yep, looking like a catfish play on Krelbel's side.
Yep, there's the map there. I believe that was the map to Eastern Palace, if I remember correctly. All right, Ben. So what's your next play here? If we're in the exact same shoes as our runners, where are you going to next? All right, if you're Top Live, do you maybe go check out Skullwood since you got that fire rod?
Yeah, Skullwoods is a fully clearable dungeon that would definitely seem to be a strong play, but Top Life seems to have other thoughts in his mind.
Is this maybe possibly an Ice Palace play?
Yeah, very well could be. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. It's got an extra item in here compared to Skullwoods, but without that big key, you are leaving an item behind. Well, I just said has an extra item. Actually, I would have to double check my item counts. I forgot key sanity. So this is actually...
it's got 3 items originally, plus 3 more keys, so possibly 6 chests. Or actually plus map, compass, so that's 2 more, so 8 checks. That's if my math is right. So just a heart piece here. Yeah, see, look at that. 2C, man, look at that. Keeping me in line. He did my math for me. See, I knew I got people that could do my math for me. Ooh, ice turtles. Oh, my.
Okay, and it looks like Top Life does indeed have the Ice Palace big key, so this is definitely looking like the play then. That makes a whole lot of sense.
He found the ice palace. Where did we find the ice palace? Oh, that was in a Spiral Cave. Ah, okay. I had forgotten that we got that one. So yeah, I mean, this is what that big key though does. So it does to make it more attractive going into Skullwood. So
yeah, that's both completable dungeons, but this one with a lot more check density. The only argument I could see for putting it off is if you really think you're getting that red cane for Icebreaker, but when absolutely everything else is screaming at you that this is the play, you can only put it off for so long.
Yeah, it looks like krelbel did finally make his way here into pod. Kind of looks like he's kind of staring at us for a second here, but unfortunately his screen is kind of frozen. Hopefully he'll continue to at least the arena bridge, because there was something here in pod that he probably would like to have. Oh, looks like he's gonna check the bow-lock side here.
Yep, well, it's bow-locked in vanilla, but in Randomizer, it is not. The only place in pod that is hard bow required is the statue that blocks the boss.
Ooh, this is kind of a nasty room here on ice, on top of life side here. Looks like krelbel was trying to use that boomerang here to pick up that heart to hopefully give him a second heart while he's picking it up. So here in pod, what do we got ourselves? We have just a big 20. And, ooh, there's our ether medallion. Oh, and our book. Oh, book there is in Ice Palace there in the... Oh, and the hook shot. Oh.
Wow, Ice Palace holding the value today.
Oh, my goodness. There you go.
And all of that, logically at least, locked by the flippers, which are in pod. krelbel's about to find that here, and he's going to be happy when he does. Because he also, I believe, scouted that Zora ledge and should know that's where his ice rod is located.
And yeah, there's his flippers now. Top Life using the great game knowledge here, going down these pots here, going to pick up a fairy. It does got the bug net, so you can actually take another fairy with him here, and that's exactly what he's doing here. Saying bye-bye to my good bee. So it looks like krelbel's gonna continue making his way through Ice Palace here before making his way down to see what the boss was. Ooh, a red mimic there on ice. Whoa! Our mimic went off the wall. Iced tea room, just a big 20. And looks like krelbel gonna make his way to Zora now. He's gonna go pick up that fire rod.
Yep, it'll be interesting to see whether he follows that logic chain where Top Life has followed it into Ice Palace, where we know so much value is hiding.
Made life 100 times easier here, getting through Ice Palace there, finding the book, finding the hook shot. krelbel already checked out King Zora. All he's got to do now is just go check out go pick up that fire rod. Last couple checks here for Top Life here in Ice Palace. The great thing about Ice Palace is you really don't need to pick up any of the small keys, and that's a small key to Thieves Town. So there's our big chest. Unfortunately, both of our runners have already been there. Or no, sorry, that was krelbel that's been there. Ooh, tempered sword. Wow, Ice Palace, the place to go.
Absolutely, and finding that small key, potentially huge for Top Life, he will be able to full clear Thieves Town the next time he enters into it. If there's something valuable hiding in that basement, he's going to be able to find it.
Oh, for a second I thought he was going to leave that chest. Ooh, red, oh my god, red cane. Okay, Ice Palace, boom. Whoa, Ice Palace loaded. Tempered sword, red cane, the book, hook shot. Wow.
It's your one-stop shop for progression. And hey, remember when we were saying, you know, Fire Rod, that's a nice thing to have. What if Skullwoods? Looks like that's what krelbel's thinking. And can't fault him for the play. It's fewer items, but he has not gotten everything in the front here quite yet. And so more items for him. And it's a fully clearable dungeon that, for all he knows, could have had something to make ice easier, but we know everything to make ice easier was in ice the whole time.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, topplife did take a death here right before getting to the boss here, so unfortunately losing his fairy that he caught. Well, actually, I believe he has one more. Might be mistaken, though. Ooh, we got for ourselves a blinded fight here in Ice Palace.
Yep, unfortunately, since you start with blind already spawned in Randomizer, you can't do the script, but topplife doesn't seem too worried. He's ducking and weaving and just having no trouble putting blind in his place here.
And there it is. There's number 3 hit. So Ice Palace, is it got pennant or is it crystal? Ooh, Quake. Wow, Quake medallion. There's our other medallion that we needed, and that was a crystal dungeon.
Wow. So that'll open up a, I believe, fully clearable Misery Mire. No mirror. Ignore me. No mirror necessary. Not that it ever was. I'm thinking of desert.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so let's see. We had the Quake medallion. We had the red cane. We had the book. We had the hook shot and a tempered sword. All right there in Ice Palace. That was the play of the game right there. Everybody always hates Ice Palace, but man, I think this is the one time people love Ice Palace.
Yep. IP, nah, it's OP. Please nerf. Ice Palace.
Yes, sir. And it looks like now topplife making his way here through Thieves Town. Going to find his Mothula fight here with Tempered Sword. Going to be a very easy fight. Mothula still though does take a big chunk out of 2 hearts to get hit by him, but not a big deal for topplife. Down goes Mothula, gives him a green 20, and that right there, that's his second crystal of the match. So unfortunately, without that mirror here in Skull Woods, got to take the long way around there for that bridge chest, which unfortunately did not have anything for us. What kind of boss waits for us here in Skull Woods? Oh, getting bodied there by that one. Needs to be a little bit careful. Uh-oh, down to 2 hearts. He'd be a little careful now.
Yep, and sure enough, going a little bit out of his way to grab some safeties here. Evading that rude Wallmaster, and boy, that anti-fairy just doesn't want to make life easy for krelbel here.
No, it does not. It'd be a great time to find some powder right about now.
Yeah, interesting to see that topplife has opted to peace out of Thieves Town after killing the boss, considering that there are still quite a few items still necessary for go mode here in this key sanity seed. We haven't seen the bow. We're going to need a second castle tower key. We're going to need plenty more pod and TR keys before this is full clearable, but topplife sticking to the critical path for the moment.
Yeah, but there's just 3 checks left that he did not see. He did not see the Maiden's chest, the big key chest, and then the one in the attic. I think those are the only 3 we're missing, but still, as nice as Ice Palace was, hopefully it's not going to come back. They might come back and bite him. That's 3 checks here. But it might be something we have to ask him here when we get him in here for later after the matchup here. And I will have to say, if you are liking what you're seeing here, give both our runners here a follow here. Give krelbel and topplife a follow here. They're doing such an amazing job here in this race here. Both runners putting in a lot of work here. Ooh, we got ourselves an Argus fight there on Top Life side here in Skull Woods here.
Yep, I missed it on krelbel's side because, of course, he doesn't have that hook shot that's hidden in ice, so he had to peace out when he discovered that.
Yeah, the conveyor belt Argus fight, really not the easiest fight in the world. I was kind of hoping to see King Helmel there. I haven't seen a helicopter here in quite a while, so. And right there goes down Argus, get our heart container, and another crystal. Wow, we're running out of places where our crystals can be now. So that's crystal number 3 there on Top Live side. So if we look at our trackers here, we're at basically a 50-50 shot here between Pod and Turtle Rock being either a pendant or a crystal here. So.
Yep, of course, this being an all-dungeon seed, it's slightly less consequential than usual, but of course, progression for pendant items can be hiding in GT, so we could be looking at something like a Pod or Troc small key, or, well, I suppose that would be, those would be about it that could be hiding in GT, depending on where those pendants are hiding.
Yeah, I did see krelbel did check King's Tomb. Unfortunately, did not get to see what was in it. And it looks like Top Life gonna go take care of that book here. Gonna use that book, make his way here into Desert Palace. This will be his green pendant here. krelbel gonna use those boots and hammer, do our hammer pegs here. This is a new check here. And I mean, Desert Palace is fully clear, or no, it's not. We don't have the big key yet. And we got ourselves a small key to Dark Palace, so Pod there in hammer pegs. And unfortunately, just a heart piece there, and it takes Top Life up to 11 hearts here on Top Life side. Gonna see what's here on the torch. And just some bombs, while krelbel going to take this myth back home.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this play. Could just be confirmation bias, the curse of knowledge, knowing just how much is in Ice Palace. But yes, in Key Sanity, you're probably going to have to do this sooner or later, but why not wait until, yeah, I was about to say why not wait until you have the mirror, but no, that's dumb, because inverted, K45, you don't need the mirror for that.
Yeah, that is correct. And unfortunately there on the desert ledge, just a very useless key there. Unfortunately, just was an Ice Palace small key. And Top Life making his way now into Misery Mire here.
Yep, that's another fully clearable dungeon, and with that's another dungeon with a whole lot of small keys in non-Key Sanity, meaning a whole lot of checks in Key Sanity.
Well, the nice thing, he's already got all of his keys that he could possibly need here for Misery Mire. He's got 3 smalls and the big key. Unfortunately, just 50 rupees here for the Smith turn in. He's going to save and quit here. Possibly leave behind. Well, no, I cannot say that yet, because if he goes back toward that way, he can easily pick up the purple chest here, and it kind of looks like it's where he's going. He's going to go pick up that purple chest, and that's exactly where he's going here.
Yep, and unfortunately, he's going to have to do that, turn in the slow way. He does not have the flute that would make that a little quicker to turn in.
Yeah, hopefully he's going to use those flippers that he finds and go take care of the hobo, because that's where he needs to go to get that flute. And krelbel now going to make his way. Looks like going to make his way back here now into Thieves Town.
Yep, and I believe flute was in Dark Cross, so that's something that could be orphaned for quite a long time.
Yes, you are correct. Hobo had a big key. You are correct. See, I'm telling you, where would I be? I got my half brain going on today, so.
Well, whole lot of craziness to keep track of in this particular seed with these particular settings.
Chad's bringing a good point. Where is that lamp at? I mean, I can't think of a lot of places it could be at. I mean,
well, the thing is that Dark Cross is in logic now thanks to Fire Rod. So I'm trying to think what is lamp locked that would constrain where the lamp might be.
well, we've already seen all of Eastern Palace. We've seen the first couple checks at Desert. We did not see right side. Oh, well, there's another wonderful map there, and the attic there, and oh, krelbel is safe scumming out of that, so you didn't find anything worth of interest here. Which is kind of surprising because he's leaving 2 checks here. Oh, well, actually, no, he doesn't have the small key, so he's only leaving 1 check, so maybe he's going to leave the big chest. He finds the big small key to Thieves Town, which is in Ice Palace, which that's the play he needs to make. He needs to make his way to Ice Palace. And, ooh, there's another Skullwood small key.
krelbel heading back into Thieves Town. What does he think is hiding in there?
Well, he does have, he did steal the 1 key.
Oh,
he does
I
have
see.
a small key, so maybe he saved scum to save that key since he did go upstairs. You do need that key to get upstairs.
Ah, that's
So now
a
he's
very
trying to
good
get that
point.
key. Well, actually, now I don't know because that key that he took, maybe that was a hallway key. I'm not 100% sure now because he's going back because he can't get to the big key. Ah, there it is. Okay, that's what he's doing.
Yep, he's stealing the key from here and taking that into the basement. Still, this is an out-of-logic play, not having found that out-of-the-dungeon small key. And Ice Palace is sitting right there, buddy. It's got everything you want.
Now, this is definitely really good game knowledge here on krelbel's side here, because until seeing it, I don't think I ever would have thought of doing it this way, because I kind of had forgotten that there was that 1 buried key underneath that chest here. So, gonna see what we got here.
It's good game knowledge to know that it's possible, but in my experience, stealing keys in Key Sanity just gets you into trouble. Just stay in logic.
Yeah, and so we just found a compass there in the big key chest, and what do we have here? Was it worth all of that trouble here? What's in the maiden cell?
Yep, and this check is in logic, but it's only a piece of heart.
All right, so Thieves Town was kind of a bust here, so I'm going to assume that was maybe a hard reset, maybe? Couldn't really tell. Maybe it was just a saving quit that just didn't pop up. And topplife looks like he's in the dark rooms here of Misery Mire here. Looks like he's there in where the spike is. It goes back and forth. Yep, that's exactly where he's at. So he hits the switch here.
Yep. Well, that spike goes back and forth in non-Randomizer, but it is considered an enemy, so it's randomized like everything else in here.
And it looks like really not a whole lot of crazy enemies here in the dark rooms here in Dark Mire here. So, and I mean, this is his last room right here in the dark. So, there he goes.
Fairly friendly dark rooms here today, but of course with Quake Medallion and both invincibility items, Topplife had options if it wound up being trolly.
Yeah, so now krelbel making his way to Dark Cross, so he's going to get his flute that he needs.
And we've got a Vanilla Vitreous fight. And using those wonderful cape strats there to take down that.
Unfortunately, though, for the last phase, got to take our sweet time here. Don't have the arrows here. But doing a great job of just playing a little bit of ping pong here with Vitreous here.
Yep, Top Life being a little bit careful, giving Vitreous space before knocking him back. He does not want to take a bad death here after going to all the trouble to head through those dark rooms.
And right there is the flute there on krelbel's side. We get ourselves a small key to Turtle Rock. So that's our third key here that we found into Turtle Rock. That is now 4 crystals on Top Life's side here. That's our first of our 5, 6 crystals here. So as of right now, if we kind of look at the only boss that we cannot beat right now is Trinex. And unfortunately, to beat Trinex, we need that Ice Rod. And unfortunately, that Ice Rod is stuck behind Aga 1. It is on the Lumberjack.
Yep, and that, of course, being locked by that second Castle Tower small key. And depending on where the 1, potentially 2 Trinaces are hiding in this seed, it's possible. I mean, that Ice Rod might not even be necessary. But if it is, that second Castle Tower small key could be hiding in GT.
Now, did you just say 2 Trinexes? Are you mean? I thought I was mean, but man, that is mean. 2 Trinexes?
Here's the thing, I'm used to Chaos Boss Shuffle where there can be any number of them. 2 is the maximum, and even that much is unlikely, considering that of our 3 doubled bosses, we've already seen 1. We've seen 2 Mothulas.
Yeah, that's just kind of it. We've seen a Vitreous, we've seen Argus, and 2 Moss.
Yep, but of course we are guaranteed a minimum of 1 Trinex, and we have not seen him yet. You never feel quite right until you've seen a Trinex in this mode. You always know that he's lurking somewhere, and you can't beat him yet.
Well, if we did want to get mean, I mean, we could wish upon an Ice Trinex there in GT. But then again, I'm going to knock on wood because I don't wish that on anybody. I've seen that fight, and man, you talk about a hard fight. Yep,
and that might explain some of krelbel's reticence to head into Ice Palace here, thinking that's a long dungeon, especially without Red Cane. I don't want to drop down into that Cold Stare Arena just to see a Trinex that I can't beat. Unfortunately, that's just the way things have shaken out. Ice Palace is where absolutely everything is hiding today.
Yeah, it looks like Top Life now making his way here into the top of Thieves Town. He does have that key that he found in Ice Palace that can get him the rest of the way through. Thieves Town, unfortunately, though, Thieves Town going to be a bust for him. And what does the purple chest have for us today? It is, a big key, too. Desert Palace.
Well, that'll be very nice when Top Life makes his way around to it, and that'll be very nice for krelbel when he finally gets into Ice and gets his Desert Palace access with the book that's hiding in there.
Yeah, hopefully he'll be making his way there soon. Because, I mean, that's about... Because he could finish Skullwoods if he wants. Or, no, he can't. He doesn't have a hook shot. Because we had Argus there. He doesn't have his Quake medallion yet, and we found Quake. That was in, I believe that was in Ice as well, wasn't it? I believe that's where our Quake medallion was at. It was in Ice Palace. Yes. Yeah, it was on the boss.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if it was there or Pod, but Pod had Ether. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, and krelbel's been the only one that's been in the Pod so far.
Yeah, well, krelbel, they've both been in there for flippers. Krelbel was the only one who headed to right side Pod, which is where that Ether was hiding.
Oh, you're right. You are correct. So krelbel's still ignoring Ice Palace here, going up the mountain here. Where is he going to make his way into now? Hopefully Top Flight here, or not, yeah, Top Flight going here. Oh, picking up our Smith here. Gonna be kind of glad what he finds there. And then, krelbel's in Spike Cave. another check we have not seen yet.
Yeah, he's just determined to leave pod until the last possible moment. This is an awkward check to route in the best of times, and just a heart container. The sank heart, in fact.
Sank heart. Oof. Yeah, he needs to really stop ignoring Ice Palace here. We need to start sending him good vibes right now. It's like, dude, krelbel, Ice Palace, go. That's where you need to go. So, come on, chat, help me out here. Let's give him some good vibes here. And, oh, Top Life emptying out his magic meter here and going to possibly give us here a fake magic powder here. And, ooh, krelbel's making his way. Yes, finally making his way into Ice Palace. Go. There we go. He's going to be happy to find when he gets there. Unfortunately, though, might be a little disappointed on what he finds here. Of how great everything was in this dungeon. So, Magic Bat. What does Magic Bat give us today? He curses us with just a big 20. All right, Ben. So you are Top Life right now. What would you be heading to now? Would you be making your way possibly to Desert Palace now? Gotta go finish that off because he can finish that off with being a green pendant. Gives us an extra item. Or would you go someplace else?
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate not being able to finish out Desert Palace, but that's still a lot of item density there. Now I'm just trying to figure out where is he going at the moment.
I believe that he's already... no, he did not turn in his mushroom. That was krelbel that turned in earlier. Did his save scum on that. Because Top Life can't finish Desert yet. I just now realized that because he didn't have the big key for Desert, and that was in Eastern Palace. So, I think that's where he needs to go. He needs to make his way back to Eastern Palace. That might be a safe bet for him. So we do know the dark rooms are actually not too bad, and he does have the fire rod. So there is the torches in there, and he can light up. Desert Palace small key was in Eastern Palace. The big key was in Purple Chest. That's where the Desert Palace's keys were at. Yeah. I'd forgotten about that Desert Palace small. So yeah, looking at it from Top Life's perspective, that's a much less tempting dungeon. Knowing that you'll almost certainly, well, you will have to go back there at least once and possibly twice when you get more access. So I definitely don't fault him cleaning up some of this overworld stuff, hoping to make that possibly only a double dip, if not a single dip. And Top Life picking up his sank heart here in Spike Cave, while krelbel making his way through Ice Palace here. Takes the long way around here, but eventually he will be paid off handsomely throughout here Ice Palace. And it looked like Top Life was considering the desert play for a moment, but opts to change his mind. He's going to head over here and probably turn in Purple Chest. He will be happy that he opted for this first. Yeah, and by grabbing this, he could now almost fully complete. Still needs to go in Eastern Palace, get that small key for Desert, but... And... oh, krelbel, you are skipping up the big... Uh-oh, I hope he's not going straight to the boss, because he passed up the big key, the big chest there on krelbel's side. And he does have the big key there for Ice. Oh, I hope he goes back.
Ooh. That's a big oof if he leaves that behind. But he's got lots more ice to go. But he seems to be more interested in filling up his safeties than making checks at this point.
Yeah, man, you really don't want it. You want to make sure you check all your checks here for here in Ice Palace, because everything is extremely important. Oh, just a big 20 here on the Bombos tablet.
Okay, heaving a sigh of relief. Krebel's continuing on at least to Ice Tea and the Hammerlock section, and hopefully we'll be grabbing that big chest on his next pass through.
And there we go. Top Life now giving us our Desert Palace check here. Unfortunately, like I said, don't have that small key, so just gonna have to go check here on the left side.
Yep, if he wanted to get save scummy, he he could always steal the key, but that's not a play I'm ever in favor of.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to remember here. Was Top Life here in Desert earlier? Or is this his first check? Because I think this is his second check. Because his little compass there marking says he's been at 2 of 6, so maybe he's already been in here. So maybe he did save scum that key, so maybe he doesn't need to go to the right side. Yeah, and our wonderful tracker Ike, you're doing a great job reminding us. Yes, Top Life has been in there, so thank you, sir. So I'm going to say I'm using a quarter of my brain today. Iker's got my other part of my brain, so.
Meanwhile, Krebel giving us a lesser seen bomb jump here in the hookshot room. Or at least trying to. This is one of the setup he's using is one of the tougher ones to line up.
Yeah, this is one of the bomb jumps that I know I personally struggle with. He should get it this time. Yep, there he goes. And what is our boss going to be here in Ice Palace? Will we see a vanilla Landmos here, since we already seen a vanilla Vitreous here? What are we going to see here? We have...
Oh, it's Moldorm!
Just a regular 2-eye Moldorm. And that was a very quick fight.
Yep,
and
Moldorm, one of the...
There's our bombs.
Yep, and a green pendant that'll open up another check here.
Krebel now picking up his Tempered Sword. He's got his book here. Still needs to pick up his Quake Medallion. Still needs to pick up his Hookshot. Hopefully he'll do that here shortly. I believe this is where his Quake Medallion was right here. Or no, that was his Red Cane, sorry.
Yep, I believe the hookshot's in the big chest, which hopefully should be coming up in just a second here.
And let's see here. Top Life, where is he going? Is he Turtle Rock, I guess? That's where I'm going to guess. He can beat it. He's got the Cane of Samaria. He does have the Fire Rod. Oh, he's going to check out Hookshot Cave here. What do we got here? There's the Hookshot. Just some bombs, and 10 arrows. So not a whole lot here in Hookshot Cave. Oh, wait, never mind. He does not have his Ether Medallion yet. So
yeah, bit of an odd decision a little earlier. He did go into pod, but he did not check that right side, which normally would be bow locked, but in Randomizer, not so much. And that's where that Ether was hiding.
Yeah, so I would, I'm going to guess here, since he's coming back up here, since he does have the hook shot now, he can beat Tower of Hera, so he can do a Hera pot. He can also check the Ether tablet while he's up here, which that's what he's going to do. Dead Rock, go away. There you go. Nothing worse than getting dead rocked on the bridge. So let's see here. Ether tablet gives us, ooh, our lamp. There it is. So that was our question that we were looking for earlier. Where was our lamp? And there it is. Now we're going to see a wonderful hair pot glitch here. And now here on krelbel's side, we're on phase 3 of the blind fight. Wow, really nice hair pod there on top life side. There's the Quake medallion there on krelbel's side there. That now gives him his 3rd crystal to match here, and hopefully he's not beating himself up too much at this point, leaving Ice Palace, kind of just trying to avoid it at all costs. But he gets all his items that he needs. And now, gonna move on.
Yeah, looking at the dungeons completed count, Top Life has quite a substantial lead at this point. He's about to complete his 6th to krelbel's 3rd.
And that's a cold stare. Wow.
Top Life showing off the sword beam strats to double his value from each fire rod shot here. Or trying to, at least. It doesn't look like it worked properly. That might be dependent on something in the arena that I'm not aware of here.
Yeah, they're on krelbel's side. You go into that little shop there. There next to Dark Lake Hylia, picking himself up a blue potion here, as well as some more bombs here. So it looks like he's going to use that book here. Going to be checking out the Bombos tablet here, possibly before going into Desert Palace. And down goes Cold Stare on top life's fight on side, just for a red 20. And now he picks up his 2nd 5/6 crystal now. So then that now opens up Pyramid Ferry if we want to go that direction.
Yep, not in logic without the Tower of Hera big key, but that's not something you tend to worry too hard about once you've got your hook shot in hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of the bad thing about Tower of Hera, and having neither one of our keys, leaving 2 chests there that is leaving them back behind. Hopefully those won't come back to anything important.
Yeah, I'm of a mind that I would almost rather leave both of those than just one, because you can hope that if you do have to wind up going back in, there's just that much more to bring you there.
Yeah, looks like Top Life going to take his now. He's got 3 keys now. Came in here originally with 1, but now going to go into Pod.
Yep. krelbel, on the other hand, with the Desert small key in hand, he's going to be able to full clear and give us our first look at right side of Desert.
And unfortunately, getting stuck with that Henox in there, always tough to kill. Oh, just the Arrow of Destiny. And what we got in the vanilla big key chest, we have ourselves a small key to Turtle Rock. And that is actually our very last small key that we have found for Turtle Rock. We found one in the well earlier, found one in Pod, found one in Misery Mire, and now at Desert Palace. So depending on how things fall here in Turtle Rock when we get there, that might be a key that gets left behind there on top life side.
Yep, Turtle Rock completable without it, but it does involve stealing a key and orphaning Lava Chest, and I have definitely seen races lost for less. But meanwhile, on Top Life side, was that a bow that I saw?
That was a bow. That's going to be our only bow that we find here in this race here. So right there, that can allow us to go all the way back now to the back here of Pod and beat it, because we did need a key to get to the basement. Top Life going to save that key that he has right now. Going to do a hammer yump here. krelbel sees that he gets a worthless key there on Desert Ledge. Top Life picks up the big chest there, 300 rupees here. Gonna pick up the dark maze here, and he's only got 5 hearts here, so doing a death warp won't be that hard unless he's got a heart piece that he needs. I'm going to knock on wood because I'm going to pretend that I didn't say that because I don't want to jinx him.
Fortunately, it was a heart piece, but not one that made his death warp any harder. He's in good shape.
Yeah. Sorry, Top Fly. I didn't mean to jinx you on that one. I swear. I didn't mean to. I don't want to curse you. So now that he's done that, now he's going to make his way to the back here and going to go take on whatever boss we have here in Pod. Because he's checked. The only thing he has not checked is, I don't think he checked Vanilla Big Key Chest and Harmless Hellway were the 2 checks here.
Yep, he is saving that last key for the boss fight. I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe that he'll be able to save Scum if that boss winds up being a Trinex. He can just save Scum out of there and keep that key in case he needs to go back for either of those checks.
Yeah, and there, krelbel took down Moldorm there, picking up his green pendant here. We still don't know what's on that green pendant yet. There's the Ether Medallion there on top life side. That is the one item that he definitely needed to find here in Pod. Really about the only thing of importance that we found here in Pod. I mean, we did find a Turtle Rock key in here a little bit earlier.
Yep, the big prize in Pod has been flippers, but with Swamp Palace being a pendant, that mirror could be anywhere. That could be in, well, almost anywhere but pedestal. It could be in GT. Might be a while before we see it.
Now, krelbel turning in that green pendant right away here. So what will Saha have for us today? It will be anything good? It is a small key to Ganon's Tower. Very interesting. So that is our 3rd Ganon's Tower small key that we have found so far here in this race. One was in a Sanctuary chest, one was in Aga Tower, and then on the green pendant turn-in. So now Top Life making his way back here, and we have ourselves who? Oh, Armos Knights. So far, the only double that we have seen so far in today's race was Mothula using blue cane strats, which I'm kind of surprised that he's doing that because he's got the bow. And I think he just realized, oh, I have the bow.
Yeah, might have been that. The placement with those spikes might make the pattern difficult. I don't know. That's a pretty odd variation of that particular fight.
And Pod is our blue pendant, so that means that Turtle Rock is our last crystal of the map here. So that gives us all of our crystal and pendant checks here that we know what is what. So I'm kind of curious to see where Top Life's going to go. Still kind of he can do Eastern Palace now since he does have that lantern. Kind of forgetting about that one as well. Going back up here the mountain here. Maybe this is our TR play?
Could very well be. Yeah, it's hard to know when to route that Eastern in. With no mirror, you don't get to do that nice, convenient Eastern and Pod together, and it's only one more item, since it was dipped fairly early on by both our runners. So I think I do like Top Life's play here.
Yeah, I mean, he does have... go ahead.
I was going to say the big question is what is hiding in Lava Chest, because Top Life is one TR small key short of a full clear here. That last small key, I believe, being in right side of Desert.
Yeah, you are correct, sir. That's exactly where it was at here. So you're absolutely right. It's going to be interesting to see what he decides to do. Just leaving the one item behind here in TR, just 50 rupees so far. Krelbel now here in Misery Mire here at the cutscene chest. Oh, and a chain chomp. Oh my, wow. Toplife got lucky by not getting hit by that chain chomp. Another useless Skull Woods key there on Krelbel's side in the cutscene chest. And on the Firelock side here, on Toplife side of TR, what does that give us today? It gives us a map to Tower of Hera and a small key to Hyrule Castle. So right there's our second Agate Tower key. So we can now complete Castle Tower.
Now, is that an Agate Tower key, or is that the Hyrule Castle, the escape key?
Oh, yeah, wrong key. Yep, you're exactly right. I am wrong on that one. I keep forgetting that those are actually two different keys.
Yep, that has tripped me up more than once, and yeah, had to ask for confirmation from chat and from Ekir, our wonderful eagle-eyed tracker here. Thank you for keeping me straight here today. And there's the mirror.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah, give a big shout out there to Ike. Give that man a follow as well. He's keeping us comms in line today. So, yeah, that's a mirror. Wow, that mirror's an interesting find here in Turtle Rock.
Yep, that will open up Swamp Palace, and I believe all we are looking for Go mode is that second Castle Tower key at this point. That will open up Lumberjack and the Ice Rod in case we run into a Trinex.
You are exactly right, because that's about it. I mean, we pretty much have all our keys that we possibly need. We don't need the big key for Swamp Palace unless there's something important in that chest. But Krelbel picks up. Oh, did you just see that? Oh, there's a Tower of Hera big key. Toplife actually goes in that room, so he needs to go back to Desert Palace to go pick up that last key. Oh,
yeah,
no.
That's, ooh.
Oh, wait, never mind. I think I see what Toplife is doing right now. He's going to go take the laser bridge. He's going to...
inverted. Oh, it always trips me up here.
Yeah, I had forgotten about that as well. Yeah, use your mirror right there, Toplife. Now you can go straight back and see what is back here.
Yep. What this race has taught me more than anything else. Ooh, and there's that Swamp Palace big key. You'll be able to full clear that all at a go. But what this has taught me more than anything else is I need to practice inverted because it has weird logical implications and it is hard to keep them straight.
Yeah, it definitely is here. So, and oh wow, another key. Oh, there's our Castle Tower key.
Oh, so correct me if I'm wrong. That's go mode at 1 hour and 41 and change. No mode, rather. He still needs to go collect that ice rod.
Yep. Wow, so that was one heck of a play. That's one heck of a play there on Toplife's side by remembering that he can nope out of there, go drop down, use the mirror to get the laser bridge. And there it is. My goodness. Ooh, oh no, no. We are not in go mode. Well, we are in go mode, but I think that Trinex says, no, you cannot. Oh my goodness. So required double dip into TR. Oof.
Yeah, that's in inverted. That's a little less painful than usual. You can just drop right into Laser Bridge on the re-entry there.
Yeah, Krelbel now taking on his Vitreous fight here. Doing a great job using the cane strats, was just spamming his sword to take down those eyeballs. And there goes Vitreous. So Top Life now making his way up the Aga Tower here. That's kind of the nice thing here is I actually was thinking again, I'm in the wrong mode here. So I was thinking Aga Tower was going to be at the castle, but no, it's actually here at Ganon's Tower. So doesn't have to go too far to beat Aga. Unfortunately, he's got to do a whole another mountain climb to go get that silly ice rod after he gets it anyways.
Yep, but of course he was going to have to do that anyway because he's still got the Eastern Palace boss to take care of. And while he's down there, he might as well go ahead and knock out Swamp. Could put that off until after GT if he wants to.
Well, then the nice thing that's going to happen here is now since he's taking out Aga Tower now, so I believe that this is going to put him, when he's done with it, it's going to put him up there on top of Hyrule Castle. So then all he has to do is beat Eastern and then beat Swamp, then go back over Turtle Rock and then save and quit. And that should drop him back off in the light world there on the Hyrule Castle as well. I'm going to need confirmation from probably some of our chat members for that, but I believe that's what it does. And like I say, I'm like you, inverted is not my strong set completely, but I think I know most of what I'm saying.
I'm fairly sure you're right, but I wouldn't venture to guess. Top Life clearly knows what he's doing, so let's all just watch and learn what weirdness inverted will cause.
Yeah, that is very true. We've seen plenty of weirdness right now, and krelbel now making his way into Turtle Rock here. He's got all 4 keys, so he can get all the way through that. All right, so how many blue balls are we going to see here? How many do you want?
Oh, let's go 2. That's the minimum, right? Let's not belabor the point. Let's make it easy on ourselves.
Chat, what do you think? I see a 4. Okay, I see 2 4s. Oh, 15. Oh, come on, guys. 15? Oh, okay. I see a couple 3s and a 6 there. Okay. Oh, I'm going to say a 4. Let's see 4 blue balls here. And krelbel now getting way over to the Firelock side of Turtle Rock. Oh, there's 1.
All right, that's 2. We can end it right there. It's fine.
All right, so there's your winner, ladies and gentlemen. There's 2. So 2 blue balls, your winner, the wonderful Ben Creighton. Yeah, that did that. So I did watch on krelbel's side. That did say Hyrule Castle. So yeah. All right, so we're at 2 blue balls. Oh, there's number 3.
And Zethno in chat is in fact correct. There are no required blue balls. You can get 0. It's just your lucky day if you do.
I've only seen it once so far this tournament. So, and I've seen quite a lot of races here so far here. Here in the league this year, both open and invitational. I know I've thoroughly been enjoying watching everything while krelbel picks up his mirror. Ooh, we're up to 6 blue balls now. Oh, there's number 7. My goodness. Yeah, but speaking of the league here, you can find out all your information that you need here on the internet here at ALTTPR League.com. Has information here about the open and the invitational league here. So we are in the playoffs. Has all our information on there. Right as you go to both of them, I mean, it takes you right straight to our bracket here at the playoffs. And we are right now, this is the conference semifinal matchup here in the crystal portion of the bracket here between OK Game and Black Lotus. Right now, OK Game leads 2 games to 0 here. But right now, the way Top Life is playing right now, he might get the Black Lotus's first win here of this series. If we want to dive a little bit farther here, OK Game, they went 11-3 during the regular season. They won the pod division. And then Black Lotus, they finished 10-4. They were second place in the Turtle Rock division. So both teams did very well. Both teams went 3-1 in the first round here of the playoffs. Okay game, they defeated Team Morai, and Black Lotus defeated Dark Side of the Triforce. And right there, Top Life now picking up his Ice Rod, so he can now pretty much finish the game.
Absolutely, yeah. He'll be able to head back up to Turtle Rock whenever he feels like it and take care of that nasty Vanilla Trinex. He's got a couple of other dungeons to clear up, but it is definitely very much looking like Top Life's game to lose, which will, if he does indeed emerge victorious, will force at least a Game 4 in this best-of-5 series.
Yeah, it looks like krelbel now, he's going to go all the way through TR. Since he did have all 4 keys, he didn't do what krelbel did by mirroring out after that lava chest and then going in the back way. Just 5 rupees there, so the laser bridge is next, so...
Yep, and krelbel never did find that lamp on the ether tablet. Fortunately, this is one of the easier dark rooms in the game, even in Randomizer, as long as those fire bars aren't replaced by anything too crazy.
Yeah, and looks like he is all the way through. So now he's on here. Laser bridge, going to be kind of like what he sees, except for that BMO statue. Top Life now here into Swamp Palace. Since he already did find the small key, getting some bombs here. Probably not going to see a whole lot of checks on his side. He has about everything that he possibly needs to beat the game. He's got all his keys that he needs. He's got 2 Ganon Tower keys that should be more than enough to get him through.
Yep, being in full go mode before entering GT, he really doesn't need any GT small keys. He can just go straight to the gauntlet, but you need 1, you can always steal it, so he should have no problems here. And of course, in this hard item pool, there really isn't anything left in the pool that could even make life easier for him. He could find another bottle, maybe. He could, I guess, half magic's in there, but I doubt he goes too far out of his way trying to find those things. He's got his tempered sword, and male upgrades and silvers are not in the item pool, so no sense searching. That's a long wait for a train that doesn't come.
Chad is asking us what each one picked, and I'm not sure. I'm going to double check here and see if I can figure out here what each one picked. Let me see.
According to 2C Plus in chat, krelbel picked Randomizer and Inverted, whereas Top Life picked Key Sanity, meaning that the item pool and the item pool that rounds out this very nasty mode, as well as the all dungeons nature, were randomly determined by everyone's favorite Sahabat.
Yes, it was. And then krelbel just saw the boss there of Turtle Rock, and he had to nope out of it. So now he is thinking of where he needs to go. I think probably his next play is going to be up here on Castle Tower, since he did find that second Castle Tower. And here in Swamp, we have our second Vitreous.
All right, so that's 2 of the 3 doubled bosses. We've and the only required boss that we've yet to see is whatever is sitting in that Lanmo 2 spot in the GT Gauntlet climb. So we'll see whether that's or no, I take that back. Also the Moldorm 2 arena. So couple more spots to scout out here. But of course, Top Life has everything he needs to defeat anything that might be awaiting him.
Yep, and he's fluting out of here, gonna flute to 5. Or no, he's fluting back to 1. Is he forgetting about Eastern Palace, maybe? Or maybe is he gonna wait until after his possible GT, maybe? I'm not exactly sure what is in his mindset right now.
Yeah. Well, with inverted, with that GT being entered from the Aga Tower entrance, I suppose it really doesn't matter when and where he routes that Eastern Palace in. He can kind of do it at his leisure.
Yep, that is true. Yeah, chat saying Eastern into GT. Yeah, I mean, because GT is at Hyrule Castle, yeah. It's just kind of odd that I would have thought it would have been easier for him to go ahead and finish Turtle Rock here, Mirror, after he beats it, because that should put him on top of Hyrule Castle, if I remember correctly. But, I mean, hey, he's the one who's running, not me, so he's a much better runner than I am. I've never claimed to be a great runner here, so I play just for the fun of it.
Yep, inverted is not my mode if I have my way about it. So I'm going to assume that Top Life knows better than I do what the optimal in-game routing is here.
So we did find another Skull Woods key here in Tower of Hera, there in the big key chest. So the only one chest we have left that we did not see was the coffee break chest in Tower of Hera, but I do not expect to see that at any time soon.
Yep, not having found that small key, probably hiding somewhere in GT for all we know. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and with krelbel here kind of avoiding pod as much as he can, because that's where the bow was at. That's kind of what's kind of hampering him. First, it was him skipping Ice Palace or avoiding Ice Palace for a while, and now him kind of avoiding pod is it's been kind of coming back and biting him in the rear end again. Doing a nice job of fighting Cold Stare here. And there's Turtle Rock done on Top Life side, so he just got to Eastern Palace left here. And down goes Cold Stairs. So there's Tower Hair done. So that gives him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crystals and 1 pendant down. And now Top Life making his way through Eastern.
Chat trying to suss out what we might be seeing boss-wise in GT. We have not seen a Landmo fight, nor have we seen a Helmasaur. We know that they got to be somewhere.
Yep.
One of them could possibly be in the basement, which I'd be very surprised if if either of our runners delve that deep into GT. Although Top Life could probably do it and still win this game.
Yep, that's very true. Yeah, because the only 2 we've had repeat so far, we've had 2 Vitruuses and 2 Moss. And the only ones we have not seen, like I said, we've already said them between Landmos and King Helmo. I was eventually going to get it out.
Yep, and I'm with chat. I would not be at all surprised to see Helmasaur show up in that Moldorm 2 arena. He seems to pop up there a lot, and it's a nice rude place for him. Just his patterns make it a real awkward fight, and the randomizer loves to serve it up to you.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. I've also seen King Helmasaur lately there at Moldorm 2. They're on the little floating bridge there, or the bat floor, whatever you want to call it there.
Yep, yeah, that's what I was talking about. It is so easy for him to knock you down. He is such a big sprite with a big hitbox, and that tail can just go absolutely everywhere. There's just no safe place to stand in that fight.
Oh, and there's our second Moth fight there on Top Life side here. Unfortunately, oh no, he is getting. It looked like it was a little too high, but there he goes. Down goes Mothra. So that's dungeon number 10. Gets a small key to Desert Palace. Doesn't need it. So all he's got left is GT now. I would say we would play a GT big key guessing game, but we found that a long time ago. We found that big key all the way back at Uncle's chest, so.
Yep, the GT big key and that second castle tower small key are those keys that just love to hide someplace weird in all dungeons key sanity, but they were quite nice today, quite friendly, and managed to show up nice and early. GT big key did anyway.
Now, did I just miss something here? I don't think I've ever seen that, because usually I've always seen the animation of the crystals. But Topplife just bonked off the walls, and he just went through that.
Yeah, I noticed the same thing, and I wasn't sure if I just missed it, but might be... There might be some way of despawning that?
I guess. News to me. I didn't think that was possible, but... Oh, now, Chad, do you expect us really to keep track of the number of chests we check on a key sanity? I know I have a hard time counting after 4, guys. I don't know about Ben here, but I'm sure he probably gets lost after 20. Man, I'm just guessing, because that's all the finger and toes we got. So. Yeah, that's got the nice thing. That was an easy gauntlet, or this is the easy gauntlet. And the nice thing when it comes to Randomizer, don't have any crazy RNG happening here. Just some different enemies. A lot easier than dealing with a lot of the enemies that we do deal with here in the gauntlet. So there's room 1. Here's room 2. Still just a Hinox and some little jellies here, little octopus things. I can never remember what they're called.
Topplife pulling out that ether medallion. He doesn't want to mess around on these ice floors. Ooh, unfortunately. Yep, one enemy that could be frozen instead of insta-killed by that thing, but he makes it work.
So krelbel, he does take down Aga 1 here. He's on his way out. So, the thief, man, he really wanted to get krelbel's items there. Achievement. And Chris didn't let him go. krelbel's going south, so let's see here. Is he going to pick up the big red bomb? It looks like he is.
Looks like he is. Meanwhile, Topplife fighting the rare sand Argus, rather.
So right there, that's our 3 that we've seen. So our 3 doubles, because that's now Argus 2. So so King Helmosaur and Lamos. Which one are we going to see here at Moldorm 2? Is it going to be Lanmo or is it going to be Helmosaur? What do you say, chat?
And you know, come to think of it, I don't think I have ever seen Lanmos in the Moldorm 2 arena, and I'm not sure if that's just luck on my part or if that's one of those arenas that can only spawn certain bosses.
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a Lamos 2 as well up in Moldorm 2. I mean, maybe you're right here. Maybe you're absolutely right here when it comes to what can be in there. Because I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked at the settings here when it comes to what can be at what.
Yep, and come to think of it, I've never seen a Lanmos on Moldorm 1 either, so it might be that they can't spawn in a room with a partially missing floor. But we're about to find out pretty quick here, because as you can see from that 0 out of 27 counter at the top, Topplife is not stopping for anything. He is beelining straight for the end of this game, and it is indeed that rude Helmosaur.
So that means down in Ice Armos, you would have found Lanmos. And using bomb strats, taking off that helmet.
Yep, this is slightly slower in a less rude arena, but a whole lot safer than getting in front of him and trying to use a hammer while he's just just waiting to knock you off that edge.
Now, Ben, I think I've already asked you this question, but are you a bomb kid or were you a hammer kid when you took on Moldorm?
I was a bomb kid. Never realized until I started running Randomizer that it was even possible to use that hammer.
Yeah, I always used a hammer because I never knew about the bombs. Didn't even think of using it. And it looks like krelbel now, he is on his Argus fight there in the Mothula chamber here. And let's see here. That should be oh, not close enough.
Yep.
Out of bombs. Shouldn't probably need to take too many more hammer hits here.
Yep, 17 hammer hits. I'm not sure how that math works out with, I'm not sure if it was 2 or 3 bomb hits there, but gonna have to finish it out the hard way, unfortunately.
You know, I think this is the first time I've ever actually heard the legs stomping on Moldorm. If you listen carefully, you can actually hear them. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Well, if we can ever get him to walk around.
Well, Toplife's aiming to make him stop walking forever if he has his way about it. Pulling out the cape, wading in, and using those tempered sword strikes to finish out the fight.
There is 4. Oh, Chad's pointing out that Nintendo Power told people to use bombs. I must have missed that one. Oh,
yeah,
there's our 4th bottle.
Wow, nice find. Yeah, that must have been why I used bombs. I have vivid memories as a child of sitting there with every Nintendo Power that had a counselor's corner that answered a question about Link to the Past, all opened up on my bed so that I could turn around and consult it if I got into trouble.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Nintendo Power. I had all those. My parents, that was like the very first magazine subscription I ever had. So here we are on our geometry test here. While krelbel, he's going to pick up his ice rod. And he's slowly catching up here. He picks up his ice rod. All he's got left is Pod and Swamp Palace and Turtle Rock left before going to Ganis Tower. Unfortunately, though, he probably will not get all that done unless something absolutely insane happens on Toplife's side, which I kind of highly doubt that will happen.
Yeah, we're at the point in the race where it would take an act of God, something like a power outage to stop Toplife here, and that's not the way that you want to win your matches. We're all good sportsmen here.
Yeah, I remember recalling, I think it was in the main tournament a couple years ago. I can't remember who the runners were, but in the middle of a race, something like that happened, and a player kind of refused to go on once he found out that his opponent had lost power. So that's one of the great things about our community. Very awesome sportsmanship and great runners and players and everything. So class act here by everybody. And now we're on phase 3 of the Ganon fight here on Toplife's side. Unfortunately, we cannot have silver arrows in this fight because of it's being in the hard mode here.
Yep, and looking at Toplife's magic meter, he's very grateful for that last-minute blue potion drop at this point because he'll be trying to get that torch glitch. He'll be trying to make wise magic use, but he knows that he's got that safety in his back pocket for what's a slightly longer final phase without those silver arrows.
And he's going to go ahead and use that blue magic now. Did get the potion glitch here, so it's going to make life a little bit easier. While it looks like krelbel now going to make his way to the Trinex fight. And I believe that was hit number 4 there on Toplife's side. There was number 5. So he's almost halfway there. Doing a great job of taking his time here. Need 12 hits. Best way to do those is basically right as he gets ready to teleport. You see his arms go up. You release that. Your spin. Oh, that was actually okay. Wow, I was way off because that was number 12. Throw your GGs into chat, ladies and gentlemen. Top Flight, as long as he crosses this 1x3 bridge, he is going to be your winner of this race. He crosses the bridge and he finishes with an official time of 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 13 seconds. Get all of those GGs into chat. That was one heck of a race here. And just right as Top Life crosses the finish line, krelbel does take down Trinex and Turtle Rock. All he's got left is 3 dungeons to go. But I think I'll go ahead and tell you this right now. He does forfeit the race here in about 15 seconds. So throw your GGs into chat as well for krelbel. He did an awesome job at doing what he could. But unfortunately, just a couple of bad turns for him ends up being the difference in this race. Hopefully we'll get both of our runners in here soon. We can give them a talking to.
Yep, very entertaining race to watch here today with all these very rough modes, and it looks like we are going to be joined at least by krelbel. krelbel, GG's.
GG. That was well, I'm obviously disappointed with the result, but it was a pretty fun run. I had a good time. I'm not too disappointed with my performance. That was pretty good as far as it goes for me. I put off Ice Palace way too long.
Yeah, that was the big difference between the two of you. Is that you kind of did everything you possibly could to go later into Ice Palace, while Top Life went into it almost right as he had access once he got that fire rod. And then at the very end, with you going into Turtle Rock, I believe, there at the very end.
Oh, right. I think wasn't the Turtle Rock double dip hard required though? Because wasn't the second Agate Tower key in Turtle Rock?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And we are also now joined by Top Life. GG's Top Life.
GG.
So, gentlemen, what were your thoughts here on this race, on this seed? Love it, hate it, what?
It could have been a lot worse. I did a practice run of this exact format last night, and the practice run was a million times worse than this.
Yeah, it was kind of amazing, especially as we were going into the race here. You guys were neck and neck until the Ice Palace play there on Top Life's side, and that's literally where you got everything that you possibly could need. You got the hook shot, you got the Cane of Samaria, you got your book, you got your Tempered Sword, you got the Quake Medallion. I mean, everything you could possibly want was there in Ice Palace.
Yeah, pretty much. It felt good jumping into Ice Palace when I did.
Yeah, I felt bad about I basically last locationed getting into Ice Palace because so much of it was out of logic. Like, I think when I headed in there, even though I last locationed it, I think I still had 0 Ice Palace small keys and no hookshot and no cane. So I think I was trying to follow the logic a little too closely on that play.
I didn't have much other than Ice Palace either, but I had the big keys, so most of this. Well, the right side was not logic, the boss was not logic, but there's still 4 checks in there, and I could fault clear it, so I did it. And when I found hookshot, it's only the boss that was not logic.
Is that 4 checks in logic? The 1, 2. Oh, I can never keep count of key logic.
But then I get all the items I need to do a lot of stuff, and then I kind of forgot the moment that it was key sanity, so I just dove into Desert Palace way too early.
I felt really bad about the hookshot location in Ice Palace in particular, because if I remember correctly, the way I routed it, I went around, did the bomb jump, went to freezer room, and then forgot I didn't have the hookshot, and did have the big key, so I just jumped down the hole, and then I had to do the hookshot room bomb jump, which I was very rusty on. I think it took me like 3 tries. And then when I finally made my way back around to the big chest, oh, there's the hookshot. That bomb jump was totally unnecessary. That felt silly.
Yeah, when you first passed by that, we were like, oh no, because we thought once you had found the book and the cane, we were kind of thinking that was all you were going to check and you were just going to keep on going. But luckily, though, on your second pass around, you did pick up that hook shot there in the big key chest. So, but yeah, when Top Life went there into Ice Palace, we could not believe everything that he found, because he was the first one in there. And then we also got kind of worried too, because he did not have the last small key to get through Turtle Rock, because you left the last small key was on the right side of Desert Palace, which you had left that when you went in there the first time. And so when you hit that lava key door, we were kind of worried that, okay, how fast is he going to go back now to Desert Palace? But then all of a sudden you pulled out the mirror, and then you went out, and then you went in through the laser bridge through the back. And that's where you end up finding all your keys. So that was kind of one of the bigger differences between the two of you when you went into Turtle Rock, because Top Life only had 3. Krelbel, you actually had all 4.
Oh, that's a pretty cool play. I like it.
Well, inverted is generally kind of just one key for Turtle Rock, but since I had to go through the front, it becomes kind of different.
I know,
So,
it felt so bad, like needing to go in the front of Turtle Rock in inverted. It took out the best part of inverted.
But luckily I didn't need to go far. Like, as soon as I found the mirror, I was just, I should probably just a mirror right away, but since I went through that door, let's go all the way to lava chests and check it.
Yeah, because the other 2 chests ended up being worthless. I think it was 5 rubies and a heart piece, I believe it was what the 2 chests that you did not check. That was the big key chest and then the crystal roller room. So that's the only difference between the 2 of you. So definitely a good play to make.
Where was the bow? That was the only item I was missing from Go mode when Top Life finished. I guessed it was probably in GT. I mean, that's what I was banking on, but I think the other place that I still had to check was a whole bunch of locations left in Pod.
Yep, it was in Pod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in the back of Pod. I want to say it was downstairs in the one of the rupee rooms. I believe that's where it was at.
Oh shoot! I was really tempted to sequence break that.
Just a question: was there anything in Mimic Cave? Because I ran out of logical checks, and I only had 3 keys for Pod, and I was just, if this is that bow is hiding in there, then maybe I just need 3 keys logical. And that was kind of my bet. But
Mimic Cave, I believe that was just junk. I don't think it was.
Yeah, I checked it. I don't remember what was in there. I ended up with 4 pod keys total.
Did you sequence break one of them, or because I thought I was out of check, but I might be wrong.
Well, the pod keys, there was one in Kakariko Well. One was
there was one in Turtle Rock.
There was one in Turtle Rock, and there was one in Misery Mire.
But wasn't Ether Medallion in Pod?
Ether Medallion, yeah, that was in Pod. That was on the Arena Ledge.
No, it must have been on the Bowlock side, I guess.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so that also required the bow logically. So that pod key was not a part of. So I guess it actually is a 3 locked bow in the back of pod logic, or maybe it was a small key in the drop down chest where you bombed it. big key chest.
Interesting. Yeah, I never checked the pod big key chest.
Because
I actually just checked very little in pod. I checked shooter room. I checked the 2 bowlock chests and arena ledge and stuffless basement. But I never went to the back and never checked big key chest.
Yeah, between the two of you, the 2 that you did not check, you didn't check Harm's Hellway and then Vanilla Big Key Chest. Those are the only 2 that you 2 did not check.
Yeah.
I may have followed the logic a little bit too hard here. That's why I did a lot of slow checks. That's why I went into pod the first time to get the flippers in there. And that's when I went into pod with only 3 keys to look for a bow or something in there. I could have sequence broken a lot more, but.
Well, the big difference between the 2 of you when both of you went into pod the first time, I believe krelbel, you were in first. I believe Bink might help me out on that. I can't remember who went in first. But one of you went in first, and you went to the left-hand side, got where usually the small key was at, and then you end up going up in through that middle door.
Mm-hmm.
And then topplife did pretty much the same thing, except for he didn't go through the middle door. He went right side. And
I think it was the other way around.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Yeah, I followed logic too much there. I should have gone to both sides. It was a little bit. It was the same with when I went to the Easter Palace. I kind of forgot the Randomizer part of it, so I just kept in logic while I should have just went through both of those places. And,
I felt really good about the Eastern Palace because I think I was on somewhat low percent for Eastern Palace, and I didn't even have the fire rod. That's right. So it was just I had the big key, but no fire source, and so I figured, okay, I'll check the first few in Eastern and then just see how far I can go, and I'm probably gonna die. And then ended up being able to full clear it on the first trip, which was really I was not expecting that at all. That was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, like considering our loadout when I was in Eastern, because I suspect you didn't have much items either when you went there. The risk of finding something nasty on the boss there is, I'm still not sure if, even if I had remembered, it's not you don't need a boat to get there. It's worth it to go back because the risk is quite high with our current loadouts there.
Yeah, it was definitely a risky play. But the other thing that was really confusing about the mid game here for me was that I sequence broke getting to Light World getting to Death Mountain somewhat early. I put it off for a while, but eventually I went there. And then found the mitts there, and something else that unlocked a whole bunch of locations. I forget, but there was a while. I think it was probably like half an hour in the middle of the race here, where I had just so much that was out of logic, and I was trying to keep that in my head. Like, okay, don't go too far out of logic. Because your progression is probably in. Yeah, one of those few remaining locations. That's what eventually sent me back to pod to pick up the flippers, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I didn't grab those mitts before it was into logic for me. It was sort of the same for me, because I went to the Harald Castle. And I was kind of happy that I spent all my magic just racing through that dark room. Spent all my safeties just to get that one chest, and then I found flute there. It was just, this isn't in logic, and it's just kinda later when I found the fire rod. I was just, so instead of going into probably the more logical ice palace here, I can just it was probably just Harald Castle that had my logical way, and then I went to the mountain. So I dodged the Ice Palace dip there, so I got a big key before going into Ice Palace, and that felt really good.
Oh, that's really interesting, because I kind of did the opposite. I cleared every chest in Hyrule Castle except for Dark Cross, just because Darkross and Randomizer without any fire source is just.
Yeah,
I didn't.
It's the same.
I didn't want to risk it.
I had a full magic bar, but in Randomizer you kind of want to keep that full magic bar, so I was really doubtful if I should do it. But it was so I felt it would be so bad running back there unless you kill Aga first. So.
So all right, gentlemen. I hate to kind of cut you guys short over here a little bit. I know we got some people probably wanting to go get some dinner here before our last matches here of the night happen. But before we get through what's left for the night, any last comments on this seed or about the tournament going on, like when your game 4 will be?
Not sure when game 4 will be, but definitely looking forward to it. And GG again to Topplife, and huge thanks to comms and trackers and restreamers and everyone involved in this. This was a lot of fun, and looking forward to hopefully doing some more. And I hope everyone enjoyed my scrambled sprite. As always, I'm amused by Link making funny faces at me throughout the run. It keeps things fun.
Yeah, thanks for the restream and everything. Thanks for putting up all this effort.
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you guys for running for us today. To kind of go over the schedule here for, I'm going to go through the Open League here real fast. We do have a game tonight at 8 o'clock. It will be on the ALTTPR League channel. It'll be Boomer Friendly versus New Hyrule Order. This will be the power game. This will be game 3 between Scrub Casual versus CJ. And then tomorrow, as of right now, there's only one game on the docket for tomorrow here in the Open League, and it's at 10 p.m. Eastern Time between Fromp's Time and 16-Bit Nerds. That'll be Scarlet versus PRD Wong. Again, that is at 10 o'clock. Then in the Invitational League, which my schedule went away. There it is. Here, it's actually going on right now on SpeedGaming. One right now, you got Shack Tools Digging Game versus WJPD TB. This is game 3 between Asder and Willard J. Bradley. That is, again, it's on SpeedGaming. And then tomorrow, there's 3 games scheduled. First one at 11 o'clock with Last Locationers versus Triple Dino Disasters. That is Lin versus Shireen. Then at 3 o'clock, you got the 2019 Titansmiths of 2019 versus Air 216. That'll be SailorNet versus Delane. And then at 10 p.m., you have the Fendrana Drifters versus Team Kappa. You have Jet 082 versus Gamachu. Again, that will be at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. To check out all the information that you could possibly need here for the league, you can find everything at ALTTPRleague.com. When you get to that first home screen, that is your invitational league information. And then if you look along the top, you'll see information about the Open League, and you will see the full bracket here for both leagues. So again, give that, check out all you can. If you have not already done so, please give a follow to both of our runners today, krelbel and topplife here. They did a great job on entertaining us tonight, so please give them a follow. Give a follow to our wonderful tracker here today. Iker came on very last second, filling in for us when we needed a tracker, so please give him a follow. Big thank you to him. Please give a follow to my co-com tonight, Ben Creighton. Ben, thank you for being here with me. Any last words for me tonight?
Yep, big thanks to both our runners for putting on a great show, and to our tracker, and to Mind of Me, our restreamer, all the people behind the scenes on the SpeedGaming Network and at the League. I love all of this, and I look forward to watching more. Have a wonderful night, everybody.
Yeah, definitely take care of yourself, take care of your family. Be safe here at the start of this new year. And please be safe. I hope to see you guys later in the night. Have a good night, everybody.